All right. So, y'all, I knew it was going to go down last night when I soaked my nails off. It's just, how are all of you? Oh my gosh. So, finally, the diddler is deactivated. Y'all, oh my goodness. There's many more to come, y'all. Hey, Megan. Hey, Vintage Paris Doll. Hey, Lady J. Let's see who else is in here. Hey, Cashmere. Hey, Alpha Queen. Y'all. Hey, Wanda S. Hey, Simone. You said they're in shambles. Oh, baby, this is just the beginning. Wait till y'all see some of those highfalutin names on this list, because they're going to continue to pick people up. You said 2024 bingo card is full. Oh, no. She came with a whole book, and just wait until next year. Hey, Johnson Clark. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Hey, Angie. Said, I'm so ready. I can't wait for the names. Um, you're going to think that you're looking at a roster for a parade. Y'all see Kevin Lau step down? Yeah. I told y'all he was going to take everybody with him, didn't I? You said, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Somebody go and get Nancy Grace and tell her she won't get sleep for the next year. Court TV is about to be going up. Okay? You said that's suspicious in the Cardi B voice. Hey, Ashika, sweetie. Yep, I see somebody saying the camel is next. Interesting that you say that. Um, I had an epiphany yesterday, and I'm telling y'all, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I had to chuckle to myself. Not I've been telling y'all the camel is next. That's not new. I finally understood why my spirit guides were telling me 14 to 16 months. Hey, Songbird. You said I sent you a message on Station Head about what's going on. Oh, I barely got any sleep. People kept updating me all night. I appreciate every last one of you. So, how about this, y'all? I want y'all to pay attention to this. Anybody that's ever worked in, gaming, the gaming commission, the gaming board, you're going to understand exactly what I'm saying. Okay? The camel was so greedy that he didn't realize that this opportunity of a lifetime was actually like a nail in the coffin. And I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to, make it simple. Whenever you apply for a gaming license of any kind, whether it's on the lower tier, like, you know, um, the staff, like, housekeeping, food and beverage, not even management, you have to go through the gaming commission, okay? They have you go to the gaming commission, gaming board, depending on what they call it for your state. And you have to, go through all types of background checks. And when I did it back in the late 90s, they made you put your hand flat like this on top of this surface, and they scan the whole palm of your hand. They don't even take fingerprints. And they research you, they background check you and your immediate family. And this is just for the lower level jobs, because they have to make sure that you don't have an exceeding amount of debt, that you haven't been caught up in fraud and things of that nature. So as you elevate within the gaming commission, say for instance, you get promoted to management, you have to go through a whole nother clearance, and they have to check more things. Like you can't even have parking tickets. If you have parking tickets, they will send the state police in, like 6 or 7 state police will come and escort you out the building, and you have to pay those tickets before you come back to work. So just imagine how, you know, in depth this background check is when you become an owner. Okay, remember I said they literally background check your whole family. So him signing up for this opportunity, becoming a owner in a gaming establishment, means that he has handed over all rights to local, state, federal government. Get ready for this one. And Interpole to check his information and go back and check his information again when need be, to investigate, to make sure that he is in proper standing to be able to operate in such a capacity when it comes to dealing with high volume levels of money. Okay? I'm telling you, as an ex casino employee, I went through this process before there was a Homeland Security. Homeland Security did not exist when I became a casino employee. This was back in the 90s. It didn't exist yet. It didn't exist until after 9/11. Our information went straight to Interpole. So y'all keep that under your hat and remember I told you that. Hey, DS Raven. Baby, the block is hot. Whoo, that's an understatement. Oh, thank you. And thank you to everybody who, sends me cash apps. Y'all bought these PJs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Said, do you think Diddy will connect back with Aaliyah's demise? I think he's going to connect back with a few people's demise. Now, for all of my OGs that's been with me for a minute, you remember when I did the Joe Biden readings, my ambitions as a writer, and the reading I did on Joe Biden and Suge Knight. I warned y'all that him getting involved in the Tupac death investigation was a Trojan horse. And as I got to researching him and his involvement and him investigating in that case and sending Homeland Security, that led me to the diddler. And that's how I was able to pull the energy to tell y'all what was going to come with the deactivation of Diddy. So, yeah. Y'all, they got his phone records all the way back to 2008 till now, present date. I want y'all to understand that. You said another intuitive said Homeland Security will take them all down. Well, I don't know about the other ones, but I definitely did mention that. And if that intuitive said that, they are 100% correct. They are 100% correct. Thank you, Luke James. That's very kind of you. So, yeah, when I tapped into President Joe Biden's energy, I told all of you that Homeland Security and the feds were going to get involved. I told y'all then that it was a Trojan horse to take down the industry. I've been telling y'all that this is going to become global. Okay? I mentioned several times about the vision that I had where I saw there was like an expensive field office. I didn't know if it was quite FBI, but it was a very, very expensive field office. And they had this huge global map. And they had these red cords with these thumbtacks. And they were, triangulating. They would have the one tack that they would put here for where things started. And then the cords would go all across the maps. And they had so many of them to where it was hard for me to make out the countries and the cities under the cords. And once I saw that, I said, oh my God, this is going to be global. So do not be surprised when they start to pull flight records and they start to talk about all the different countries that are involved. Because I've been telling y'all for almost a year now that this is going to go outside of this country big time with several people. Oh, Luke James, you are funny. Let me see. Said, damn, I was only in middle school back then. That's wild. I'm almost 30 now. Well, see, here's the thing. This is the difference when Homeland Security gets involved. They supersede regular law enforcement. They have their own set of laws, okay? So when you get caught by Homeland Security, okay, when they come in with the government clearance of the White House. Now, I live in a border city. You know, Detroit is literally right there at Canada. Homeland Security can go out and, police and arrest within 50 miles of the border. But if they have the right to come in and raid, they come in and they supersede the feds. That's why they were there with the feds. So, yeah. So word on the streets is that he got taken early because he was harassing Don. That's part of it, but they know that, he has the propensity to warn other people, and there's other people attached to this. So, the fact that, he's already, shown that he can be a flight risk, that was part of it as well. Let's see, what is this? Are you a prophet? You can say that, sweetie. So I want you guys to pay attention to what they're saying about the phones, because the phones are going to be very pivotal, okay? The phones are not just going to be about, the call logs and the text messages. They're going to use the phones because, especially, depending on how advanced your phone is, if you have Apple, the phones can triangulate with the towers and let them know where you were physically. Every time your phone pings or you're in motion, they know the vicinity that you were in. So they're going to use these phones to triangulate where he was at in each one of these occurrences. And if what he says does not add up to the location where he said he was at that moment, they're going to find out where he was. And the reason why that's important is because, let's say he's in hotels all across the world. Remember I said Homeland Security, and Homeland Security ties in with Interpole, right? Which is like International World Police. So when they tie that in together, they can find out where he was so that they can access traffic cameras. They can access cameras at hotels and nightclubs and businesses. And if those businesses no longer exist, they can find out what security company the feed was coming from with those places, and go back to those security companies and go and pull the footage off the satellites that have that footage. So this is going to get very, very tech savvy, similar to how they do in China. Or what's that Will Smith movie? What was it? Enemy of the State? Hey, Angela, babe. Hey, Naisha. So yeah, you're going to see how Homeland Security uses technology and how much information they can get just from triangulating a phone. And then they're going to use that with the people who were around you at the time or claim they were around you. So let's say somebody, gives you an alibi, or they coincide with your alibi. Now they're going to take their phone information, make sure that it lines up, see where that person was at that time, and then they're going to go to the traffic cameras, depending on what type of car you have, OnStar, whatever the program is on the car, they're going to align it with that. This is what happens when you get Homeland Security. So it's going to get very, very in depth. They're going to get to combing all the way down to the eyelashes, honey. When I tell y'all this is going to be epic, the way they take this man down. So the day that, you know, he got caught at the airport, I believe that was a Friday, when they arrested the young man that was with them, the younger white guy. They they pretty much already knew where he was because they had already been tracking him through these devices. Because once they get a raid, please let me tell you, they've already signed the paperwork to get the information on your phone. So they had already been watching, tracking, and following him. He just didn't know. But I'm bringing that up to say this. The Associated Press dropped a nugget that a lot of people didn't pay attention to. And what was said was, you know, hey, you know, Sean Puffy Combs was caught at the airport trying to leave the country. And then they slid this one in right up under the radar with no one paying attention. They said Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z's, plane was sighted flying in the sky on that same day. So it was like, wow, why would they tell us that Jay-Z's plane was in the sky that same day? Jennifer, hold on, let's get you out of here because it's obvious you're a slow bus recipient. There you go. Bye. Yeah, so that was a nugget to let Jay know that he was being watched as well, and that they were already tracking his flight logs. Hey, Princess Fee. Official ADHD, you said I only feel bad for the little girls. I agree because 2 out of the 3 sons have already been mentioned in the criminality. And they need for their father to get off because if he goes down, they go down as well. Hey, Kaylin. So yeah, it's about to be a mess, y'all. When I tell y'all, this is about to be crazy. And see, when they keep on pulling these people in and pulling these people in and pulling these people in, you're going to be shocked because they got to interview the people that they found on these videos, okay? People that were recorded knowingly and unknowingly. They're going to give people a chance to, you know, pretty much give them evidence and information. And if it pans out, you know, they'll work with them. Some people, could you imagine how nervous the industry is right now? All these people that have been to his parties and didn't know that they were secretly being recorded in bathrooms and private places. Not just, you know, out in the regular places, because those really big wealthy houses, they have cameras everywhere in the house. You got to expect that, but not in the bathroom and places like that. Said, I know Jaguar Wright partied hard when the news dropped. She's not the only one. Hey, Isaiah, you said Diddy paying for all the lives and careers that he destroyed. When you make a deal with the devil, nothing good comes from it. I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, you said they're quiet. Yes, I saw that Diddy was denied bail. Okay, motorcycle. Yeah, I saw that he was denied bail, as he should have been. Like, why would you give him another chance to go and hop on a boat, a plane, a 10-speed, anything he can use to get out the way? He already showed you that he would do it. Hell, he tried to leave the children. You said, Angel, please explain the age of Aquarius and what's happening, because what is this? Oh, and money doesn't help. Okay, so for those who may not understand what that means, and thank you for bringing that up, the age of Aquarius represents the age of knowledge and all things being unveiled. All lies will be dispelled. All truth will be brought to light, no matter how big or how small. This is a way of the Most High and the universe resetting the scales. Even spell work, any type of manipulation is literally going to die by the wayside during the age of Aquarius. And this is just the beginning of us coming into all knowledge, because we have to come into all knowledge to be mentally, spiritually, and physically free from all oppression, because this was what was the actual prophecy, like the 2,000 years that certain people had to rule ended with the age of Aquarius. So this is why you're getting all of this truth coming out about these people, because it has to. And there's, when I tell you this is just the beginning of people being exposed, y'all don't even understand. It's gonna, so many people are gonna get exposed, people are gonna be exhausted by the truth, but it has to happen. So y'all just think about not just, the people in entertainment that are about to be caught up. You got to think about the dignitaries, okay? You got to think about the political people, the people in law enforcement that have been at these parties. This rabbit hole goes deep. Yeah, pumpkin spice season. Well, actually, Scarlett, we're in pumpkin spice season now. Between now and the hunter's moon, which is going to be October 17th, there's going to be so much, and I mean so much, that's going to come out. But a lot of wrongs are going to be made right. So people that have been doing stuff for generations, it's all coming to an end. I don't care if you've gotten away with stuff for the last 50 years. After this year, you won't anymore. Oh, you're welcome, honey. Yeah, money can't do anything in the age of Aquarius. See, the real currency now is spiritual currency. You got to make sure that your spirit is right. If your spirit is right, your energy isn't right now, you're going to lose. I don't care what you do. Everything that's built on a shaky foundation right now is being knocked down. Is, remember, like the Tower of Babel? Boom, done. That's what we're looking at right now. So yeah, this is about to be very interesting. I saw that they said his mother was suffering from chest pains. She was placed in a hospital due to the stress of finding out. The boys turned up at court to show their support. I really feel like at this point, Quincy needs to separate himself. This is God giving him his out. He needs to go over there with his actual father and separate himself from this mess. Because when it comes down to it, the only one that is completely ass out of all of the sons is Christian. Christian has nobody if Puffy goes down. Justin still has his mom. Said everybody's saying that Jay-Z's next, but I want Clive Davis. Baby, those certain people are going to protect Clive Davis. They'll let him die peacefully until the devil comes and snatches his soul to where it belongs before they let him go down. You'll see him testify against this person before he goes down. So don't be surprised if you find out that Clive Davis is going to testify, because they'll have him testify before they allow him to get caught up. Because he gets caught up, then anybody that's above him, they get exposed. No, none of them care about Diddy. Diddy got far beyond where he was supposed to go. He forgot his place. He got to talking to the wrong people crazy. He forgot who was buttering his bread. And this is part of why he's going down too. Okay, let's see. Let's get you out of here as well. There we go. So, do you think young Miami will go down? Baby, she's already down. She's already down. Her career is practically over. Carisha Please is hanging on by a string. You know, he doesn't have anything to offer her or give her anymore. And you got to think about what wealthy man that's not trying to turn you into a porta potty is really going to take young Miami serious. Now, the best thing she can do is cooperate. But her words against, what's the girl named Gina? Her words against Gina are going to come back to hunt her. So no matter what happens with her, she's done. Said now Carisha was fake supporting at her concert. Talking about JT. Yeah, I saw that. She wanted to be somewhere to where she could cushion the blow. You got to realize he knew he was going to turn himself in the morning, as of this morning. So she didn't want to be somewhere where she could be considered affiliated with him when it happened. They just didn't know he was going to get picked up last night. Yeah, that tweet is still up. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter because the authorities would have gone through, you know, all of their accounts to see whatever was in their DMs, their, you know, not just whatever they took off their page. So, yeah. Hey, T, sweetie. I'm good. How are you? Said Carisha likes to um, come off the Players Club. I've been with you all night. That's my alibi. Baby, listen. It doesn't matter where she says she was at. Mademoiselle Tusi is done. And speaking of Tusi, he not only got caught the night before, he got caught with Tusi. Like, sir, you come on now. I mean, I guess that's the least of his charges. It really is. But yeah, I think that Quincy needs to just take the twins and just go on about his business, cut the other two brothers loose, because this is literally about to get worse and worse and worse by the minute. You should say the singer too, see? No, not the singer. We're talking about the pink Coca-Cola, the baggie. No, we're talking about the baggie. Yeah, the baggie. He got caught with the pink cocaine, the derivative. No, you're not slow, baby. There is an artist named Tusi. Like, a lot of people don't know what that stuff is. You know, it's I don't get down, so you know I have no idea about the different flavors that they have now. Apparently, it's supposed to be strawberry flavor. Listen, I didn't do regular snow, so I didn't know it, you know, came in flavors and different derivatives or whatever they do. The most you can get out of me is some cannabis and some wine or scotch or bourbon. I'm not adventurous. That is not for me. You said I was thinking the same thing. I said 1,000 bottles. Baby, listen, they said not just baby oil, they said lube and baby oil. Okay? So one or the other. If you run out of one, here's the other. If you're allergic to one, here's the other. If you need to mix them and make a new consistency, it's like, Lord have mercy. What in the world? You said THC is my friend, but he was using stuff I ain't never heard of. Listen, you and me both. I didn't even, like I said, I didn't know that they had something that came with a flavor. I was like, it's strawberry. When they start doing that? Like, I had to start talking to some people I used to work with years ago. Like, did you know that they got flavors? Like, where did this come from? Was confused, y'all. Listen. Mm-mm. So he just confessed without even saying it. Listen, I was outdone. I started looking up the documentaries on it. I said, I got to learn. Like, this is why I stay at home, because people will slip stuff in your drink, and now y'all putting stuff in people drink that people never even heard of before. You got these high-powered, high-end, substances that aren't even known to regular people. Like, you already were, using Special K, and like literally, you got to think about how accustomed he is to being high like a satellite, that he can use something that's like a horse tranquilizer, and it's not knocking him down. Like, just tell me, how high do you really need to be? I don't understand it. How high do you need to be? If you got to go that far, whatever you're doing, it's not worth it. No, ma'am, no, sir. I need to remember some stuff. I need to know what's going on. I need to be coherent. I don't want anything that can take me into several other stratospheres. I know somebody must not know I'm live. I'm glad I cut my ringer off. Let me let them know I's working. Oh, thank you, Kaylin. So, oh goodness. Y'all, what in the world? What in the world? Um, I'm actually flabbergasted, because it's like I've been telling y'all this for about a year, but it's just to see it in real time. It's really to see it in real time. It's just wow. So, I am not surprised about them revoking his right for bail. I'm glad you figured it out. Did you go to the membership part that's right next to my community page? How did you figure it out so we could tell everybody else? Hey, Cass. Hey, Tia. So, Angel, do you think Camel and his wife will have to testify? I think almost everybody but us is going to have to testify. But see, at this point, they need to worry about who's going to testify when their time comes, allegedly. Said, I'm shocked they gave him no bail. Oh no, I don't know why you're shocked they gave him no bail. You got to understand, this man has the propensity to disappear, and like they'll never find him. Like, he's being accused of things that could be global crimes. Oh, hello from Brazil. Hi baby, how are you? Said, if they're offering a cash reward, I'll testify. Listen, they got so many people that's already lined up to testify. You might have to wait a good 6 years just to submit yours. Listen, they have already been taking statements for people for like the last, I want to say, 8 to 9 months. It started with the investigation into the Tupac trial, okay, with the Keefe D situation. And remember, I told y'all that, they were going to try to bring Foxy Brown in. I was the first one that told y'all that. And they finally released that publicly and said that they wanted her to come in and testify. So y'all just remember, Foxy is a skeleton key. She literally is pivotal to several situations. She was in Vegas the night that Tupac, you know, was pow pow, you know. We're on YouTube, so I gotta watch how I say it. You said hello from Great Britain. Why, hello. So yeah, they gotta keep her safe. They have to keep her safe. Baby, we're not doing that here tonight. We're only tapping into all things puffy. But you can come back to my live tomorrow at 7 p.m. and we'll tap into that tomorrow. This is all things puffy. This is only for the diddler. But I thank you for joining. So yeah, what I want to do now is tap into the energy around these sons because they're adults. You're welcome, sweetheart. Yeah, please come tomorrow at 7 p.m. That one is like, you know, a free-for-all. That's where every Wednesday night at 7, we tap into all things that are in the media. So we're going to tap into the energy that is around his sons because the sons have been implicated in some of the things that have been mentioned in these lawsuits, these civil suits. Little Rod let us know that Justin was there when that producer was, you know, pow-powed in the stomach in the bathroom when they claimed that the diddler wasn't there, that he was across the parking lot in another studio. Christian was accused of trying to force himself on one of the employees on a yacht that the family used. And the girl kept saying something about, did he spike her drink? And he kept telling her, just drink it, just drink it. And he literally, according to the girl, he pinned her down and was trying to take advantage of her. And another staff, a male staff member, overheard the altercation and came in and got him off of her. So yeah, this is why I want to tap into the energy around the sons, because Quincy hasn't been named in anything, but Justin and the one who calls himself King Combs, they have definitely been, you know, called to the table. You said, please tap in on Quincy. How does he really feel? Okay, I'm going to, matter of fact, Quincy is going to be the easiest because he's got the least to lose at this situation. He really can just walk away and go with his dad, Al, his actual father, and still find a way to make something out of nothing. Said, because Quincy's real daddy was in a coma because of Diddy. That's what they've been alleging. We'll do Quincy first. The other two, I know that's going to end up turning into something like a rabbit hole. Y'all, every time I take my nails off, it goes down. Y'all probably need to tell me keep my nails on. Show me the energy around Quincy and how he feels about this situation. Show me the energy around Quincy and how he feels about this situation. Come on, Quincy. Okay, wow. So we've got the Wounded Warrior here. The Nine of Wands comes out first. So it's like the Wounded Warrior, somebody with tenacity. It's like I've been through this over and over and over again. And he's really, really hurt over this situation because look at this. Two of Swords. He's going to be cut off from a whole entire lifestyle. Damn, Quincy, that's what's on your mind? The Wheel of Fortune. So he's going to be cut off from a whole entire lifestyle, opportunities, everything that he's been accustomed to. the Tower, okay? And I want y'all to understand the Tower comes out of nowhere. It's literally lightning striking the Tower. It's like a natural disaster. It's nothing you can do about it. And, you know, they knew he was going to turn himself in the morning, but for him to get picked up overnight, that would definitely be a Tower moment because it came out of nowhere. So he's making, you know, he's trying to figure out what choice should he make. Which way should he go? Oh, wow. Yeah, which choice should he make? Which way should he go? We've got the Hermit at the bottom of the deck and the Ten of Cups with family. So that's telling me that he's thinking about separating himself or sticking with everybody that has been his family his whole life. Definitely a hard decision to make. So we've got the King of Cups here, and we got the Four of Pentacles. Now, remember, I was just telling y'all about money because it started off with money. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Money is going to dramatically slow down. We know that the Diddler falls under the King of Cups because he's a Scorpio. So this is where his financial stability has come from through all of these years. He says Quincy's scared that his career will be blacklisted because of Diddy. And then now he has to care for his sisters. Yeah, I can definitely see that for sure. Absolutely. He's definitely worried about money and stability for sure, because he knows that it's never going to be the same. He's looking for new financial opportunities. He's possibly been out here trying to find work. Cass, get out my deck. Look, he's trying to find work, trying to find new financial opportunities, but nothing is really turning up. So he's got a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, a lot of remorse about what's going on with this familial situation. Said a lot of people are going to go down, the movie industry, private associates, anybody that came in contact with this man and did business. Well, see, this is not going to just be about entertainment. You got to think about a lot of people in law enforcement, a lot of people in government were going to those parties as well. So it's going to be some names that can't afford to be named that could possibly, you know, not be able to be hireable again, depending on what parties they showed up to. You said even a disgraced bishop. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. For sure. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles here because, like I said, Four of Wands, which represents engagement and stability, okay? He hasn't been able to get the work that he wants to be independent and live the kind of life that he wants to live. Part of that, though, is not just because Diddy has recently gotten in trouble. He's made it very hard for these young men to live independently of him because he needs people to need him. So when they had opportunities coming in and things that they wanted to do, he, you know, was overbearing and kind of ran opportunities away and was like, don't worry about it, you can work for me. Now everybody needs to figure out how they're going to get out here and work on their own. And it's like people are like, not so much. Yeah. The Justice card, which also represents karmic balance and law enforcement, and the Death card. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. The money is done. Said this man did not equip his kids with the right tools. It's not even just that he didn't equip them with the right tools. He handicapped them on purpose so that they would need him and he would always be in control. Said Quincy was supposed to have a role in Empire and Diddy ran that off. Well, he was in Empire for about like 3 minutes, but you're absolutely right. You just confirmed what I'm saying. Every opportunity that he had that was independent of him, he ruined those opportunities for his sons to make sure that they were always up under him and they depended on him so that he could always be the ruling class. Now that he's not the ruling class, he's literally you know, torpedoed their careers. And, you know, the two that have been caught up with him in his criminality, you know, they were already done. But here it is. Quincy has worked hard to keep his name, you know, clean, and to be this clean cut, you know, gentleman, similar to how his father was, you know, in his younger years, and still is today. And this man ruined that for him. Hold on. Yeah, unrequited offer and the death card falling under the wheel of fortune. So yeah, this is like, you know, it's an unrequited offer because all the wealth is drying up, is coming to an end. We've got the page of wands, I mean, excuse me, page of swords here, which represents surveillance and footage, okay? Video, things that were done in secret. Five of wands, there's a lot of fighting, okay, going on behind the scenes. I'm pulling a lot of anxiety off of his energy. It's like for the first time in his life, he is really at war with himself. He doesn't know what he's going to do. Yeah, he's trying to make a decision. So this is letting me know under the Two of Wands, the Seven of Swords comes up. So he's keeping everything very close to his chest. He's being very covert about the way that he moves due to information that is attached to his mother, okay, Queen of Cups. And this is also why he's so conflicted, because it's like he's finding out a lot of stuff that has to do with his mother, things that are going to affect the rest of the family, things that are attached to the man that he grew up calling dad. And it's really, really a dark night of the soul moment, because everything that he's ever known in his whole life not just was a mirage, but it was a cruel joke. Everything he ever knew as family is literally up in smoke. Yeah, I said his whole family is entangled in this. Yeah. So he knows that they're still doing surveillance on the family, because this is falling under the Ten of Cups. So he has to be very careful how he moves, who he associates with. They're still trying to figure out, you know, what's going on with the money. Looking at how he makes his money. Look, see, came out. They're looking at how he makes his money. And they're trying to separate the assets between the father and the children. Y'all, what is this? Five of Cups. It was backwards in my deck. This judgment. Everybody's accounts are about to be frozen, and this is where they're watching, and what's going on is because until they can figure out whose money is whose, what's your father, what's yours, how much did you make, how much did he give you, everything's tied up. Do you think this is worse than Epstein? No, and the reason why it's not worse than Epstein is because they're going to continue to cover up a lot of what happened with Epstein, for the simple fact that a lot of people in law enforcement that were in very high places were attached to that situation, and they're going to protect those people. But I do think the fallout as far as publicly and who's attached to this spider web, for who's going to go down with Puffy, is going to make this appear worse. because they're going to push those people out in the middle of the street. See, the whole Epstein thing, they got a couple people. This is a dragnet. So to the public, it's going to appear worse, but no. Epstein had a lot of very powerful people. People that you would not expect that were attached to that situation. People that are a part of this investigation right now that are in high places, allegedly. He said, will he be formally charged with any unalivings? It's leaning towards the Tupac situation, and it looks like they're trying to tie him to the Biggie situation for starters. Well, I'm not going to tap into the girls. Are the girls at least 18? I don't do anybody that's under 18, especially not publicly. None of them are doing well. I'll tell you that. Hey, Avid Chatter, good to see you. None of them are doing well. Their whole life as they know it is upside down. They already don't have a mom. Dad is a monster. You know, they're used to living a certain life. They can't go and work in regular places. And they can't afford the security they're going to need. So, yeah, the girls are under 18. I won't touch that. I don't read minors. The only time you'll get me to read a minor is if it's a missing person or an unaliving situation for, you know, a cold case, something like that. But their father, I'll read his dirty drawers off. Yeah, the independent woman. So he's eventually, whether he wants to or not, he's going to have to separate himself from this toxic situation and move on. And if you pay attention to this card, it's like it's a mother and a child moving on. Okay, so this is his mother's energy carrying him away from this situation. Also, he's got to do what's best for him and the twins. The other daughter, I believe her name is Chance, like she still has her mom. So the twins are the ones that are going to need the most help. Yeah, so this is awful. I feel so bad for the children. And he has a daughter that's not even 2. Oh, wow. Yeah, you must be, you talking about the diddler. Yeah, the youngest baby. Said correction. They graduated high school, but they are 17. Yeah, I still won't touch them. Yeah, I forgot the what do you call it? Her mother was the one who does the cyber security, right? And look at that. You call yourself getting with somebody who does cyber security, and she couldn't help you hide all these tapes, all this footage, and all this evidence. See how people think they can outsmart God? It was nothing that woman could do once Homeland Security got involved. What could that one person do versus Homeland Security? You said if Diddy hadn't screwed up Quincy's career, then he could have proved his income, and then at least he would have access to the account to support himself and the twins. Absolutely, Cass. Absolutely. And see, they have properties that, you know, he's put properties in the company's name and the daughter's names, you know, the twins, like he's put stuff in all the children's names. So they're going to figure out what money purchased those properties. And if anything was purchased with what they consider to be illegal tender, everything is gone. Everything. Can't take anything out of the homes. If you didn't take it with you when you left, it's gone. Clothes, you know, furniture, everything. Said, well, good luck with that because the feds want everything back to 2009. Actually, 2008, Avid Chatter. They went all the way back to 2008. And they already have it. It's not that they want it, they already have it. And see, that's just for this case. That's not even the Tupac case. The Tupac case is a whole separate entity. They're going to want everything from that time back to 1995, 1996. So either way it goes, no ma'am, no sir. See what I mean? Justice. Gabriel's blowing his horn. That means God gave Gabriel permission to blow this horn because it's the end of times. And this card falls under the Knight of Pentacles, meaning money is going to stay hindered. It's going to stay slow. Y'all, this is a card not just of like your ships coming in, but this is travel, things going to and from, overseas, bodies of water. So remember, I told y'all that this could turn into, a global investigation. There it is right there. I said I still can believe Camel showed his face the other day at that ribbon event. I mean, that's his job. I'm not surprised. Said, do you think they're gonna let him stay on Earth, or are they going to give him that dirt nap? Well, I'll tell you this. God wants him here so that he can live out all his live long days, pitiful and suffering for everything that he's done to everybody else. It's too easy for him to cross over and leave this earth and try to escape penalty, even though he would never escape the penalty because he owes in the spirit realm and on earth. But it's too easy. The shame of him losing everything is a hell in itself. Just imagine a man who thought he was above God, that could treat everybody like dirt, having to humble himself, have nothing. Your children, nobody can send you anything in commissary because they're all broke. That's the ultimate embarrassment. Literally knocked off your pedestal publicly, indefinitely. Said, did he so self-absorbed? I don't think he can take jail. But then again, his freak-offs behind might be able to. Well, here's the thing. If he's on so many different substances to alter him so that he can have these experiences, okay, that's not going to make the experience fulfilling in there, because there's nothing to numb him up, nothing to keep him from feeling stuff, if you get where I'm going, okay? You said they're going to call him Fluffy in prison. Well, damn. Said, if anything, he should have pulled a Russell Simmons. The fact that he pleaded not guilty is crazy. Well, here's the thing. Even with Russell Simmons, see, what Russell Simmons is accused of is not something that would, flag Interpol. So he can go somewhere and go sit on the beach and pretend to be a yoga guru, and he'll be just fine because he didn't flag Interpol. The things that the Diddler has done has flagged Homeland Security and Interpol, which means they can start to process charges on him in other countries if they choose to. But they'll probably pile on so many years here that it won't matter if he gets charged in other countries. Because, you got to remember, he had Cassie over in Dubai and had her lying about, that, what is that jet ski snowboarding accident, whatever they said it was, and come to find out that, he had, gave her that one in them twos. That's highly illegal over there in Dubai. especially if they can prove that, he's shaming their country by, you know, having people do escort type activities. See, over there, it's no telling what the penalty is. But yeah, he's done. That's right. Isaiah said he will face life in prison, no matter how it goes. And see, I want y'all to pay attention to the way they worded it. They started off with trafficking, and then they said possible RICOs and other charges like laundering. Because, see, laundering is what they're more interested in, because that's where it goes between the way that they're going to tie this together. And if you watch my Cassie deactivating Sean Puffy Combs video, you'll understand what I'm saying. Her lawyer is the real MVP, because the way that they worded her lawsuit was ingenious. For everything that they accused him of attached to her, they tied it to a timeline that was attached to another crime, if you get what I'm saying. So if she talked about he roughed her up at the Four Seasons and then said, well, somebody came and told you, because this was actually something she said. Somebody came and told him that Suge Knight was at a diner and he picked up a firearm and ran down there. Okay? They're going to want to know, does he have a license to have a firearm? What kind of firearm is licensed? Okay, let's check. Was he in this hotel at the time when she says this? Let's check the traffic cams to see, was he in the vicinity of this diner? And then let's tie this also back to the Tupac investigation, because it's alleged that you wanted both parties in that car out of here. So everything that they accused him of that he did to her was also a veiled breadcrumb to another crime that he was attached to that was completely unrelated. So yeah, that lawyer, the way they set that up for a federal indictment. And if you pay attention to the way the Little Rod case was set up, his was the same way. And then they added pictures and screenshots from videos, and Lord have mercy. So y'all, I want y'all to understand how many of these people, especially these men, are about to start getting caught up with being inappropriately, in these circles, dealing with, abuse and trafficking, because they're going to just keep bringing people in. Even with that whole lawsuit with Don, okay? When Don talked about Cassie being abused at that table and the people who were sitting there and they kept eating and acting like nothing happened, guess what? They're going to go back to Cassie. Well, did that happen that way? Well, who was there when you sat there? Okay, what's the name of this restaurant? Now they're going to go back to the restaurant. Do you have any footage of this area? Can you show us that they came in together? Y'all see how this is working? Would you say Eminem is scared you won't see him until Groundhog's Day? Sweetheart, that's a lie. Eminem just dropped a whole nother diss where he accused him of unaliving Tupac again. This is his second time calling him out in 5 years. The first time was on the Machine Gun Kelly disc, Kill Shot. He's the one that's literally been standing in the middle of the street accusing him of this for years. And before he said it publicly, his best friend Proof was screaming in the middle of the street. He blamed Suge, and him and Suge had an altercation, and he put hands on Suge. And y'all look it up. Tony Yayo tells the story. But yeah, he put hands on Suge But they had accused him and Suge of this years ago. Now Suge is starting to be vindicated. So out of anybody in hip hop, Eminem has been screaming the loudest that Puffy unalived Tupac. He's been saying it. It was to the point to where Puffy called Eminem and was like, "You gonna stop saying this?" And he was like, "Okay, yeah, whatever," and kept performing the song. Never took the song down, never changed the lyrics. He said, Mike Rubin, is he connected with Diddy too? Baby, all of these people are interconnected, but let me tell you something. Mr. Rubin and people like him of his lineage, his ethnicity, they take care of each other. You said the Playboy Mansion been doing it for years, but no one talks about that. Yes, they do. I don't know what circle you've been in. See, y'all got to get out of just listening to the black media. The Playboy Mansion has been on blast for a very long time. There was a interview Harrison Ford did, I want to say back in the 90s. And he's in this interview talking about a movie that he's in, and the interviewer caught him off guard because at the time, Jack Nicholson owned the house that Puffy owns out in California. And this reporter asked him if it was true that he used to party with Jack Nicholson and they would go through the tunnels from Jack's house to the Playboy Mansion. And if you saw the look on that man's face, he was stunned, he got pale, and it was like, oh, well, wow. Well, yeah. And, you know, he admitted that they would go through the tunnels from house to house to these parties and these swingers things that were going on at the Playboy Mansion. He never had to go outside. They would literally go through the tunnels that are still open at Puffy's house right now and go straight over to the Playboy Mansion, to the grotto, and take part in whatever they had going on over there. So no, they've been talking about it. It just depends on, you know, what's in your algorithm. They've spoken on the Playboy Mansion for years. Minors being over there and all types of stuff. See, the difference between the Playboy Mansion and what's going on with Puffy is that Puffy was too loud and in the front. Puffy was always bragging and he was always in people's face and just real boisterous about it. See, Hollywood always knew what was going on at the Playboy Mansion, but it was not bragged on and dragged out into the street the way that Puffy would do his parties. He said, yeah, so they had a whole special with those bunnies. Yes, they did. And then they had a reality show, and they even talked about, you know, there's reports for years that talked about the ages of a lot of those young ladies because they figured that some of them came in there as minors. Yeah, they've been talking about them. Bilbo, who was like one of the biggest pimps over in Vegas that had, you know, bunny ranches. Like, listen, those stories have been out for decades. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Eugene. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you something. When y'all get a chance, start watching the tea pages on TikTok, the white tea pages, because the white tea pages have been spilling a lot of this stuff for years, especially the ones they call the blind items. The blind items tell you all types of stuff. So you think Camel Face outed him? Oh, this is above that. So you got to realize even if he could, it would be dumb because you're still too attached to him. So to throw him off the cliff, you got to make sure you cut that cord before you go over with him. I mean, hey, he's done it to other people allegedly for far less though. Yeah, those blind items, baby. They, y'all start watching those blind items. I will say this, white TikTok has been watching Camel for a very long time. I want to say maybe 2 years ago. They had somehow got access to his flight logs for, his private plane, and they found out that he had frequented 7 separate countries that were high profile, cartel country, if you get what I'm saying. And they said that he's been frequenting those countries for years. And they pulled this out of his flight logs 2 years ago. Now, I don't know if you've been in this live the whole time, but I just mentioned that here it is, the day that Puffy tried to leave the children when the houses got raided and he got caught at the airport. The Associated Press said that they spotted his plane in the sky flying the same day. And I thought that was very peculiar that they would mention that, because how many people own planes? You have farmers that own planes. Like, why mention his? But it was to let them know that he was being watched too. So, Angel, I just saw a clip of Quincy on Lip Service podcast talking about his sisters connected to his happiness and wanting to protect them. I told you, out of all of them, he's the sweetheart. He is. He looks like, and he moves like, mentally and spiritually like his actual father. Even though he was raised by Diddy, he is literally the embodiment of his actual father. I really hate that Kim stepped on Al's toes to get over there with Puff, because that man really loved her, and her life never, ever, ever was the same as far as, peace and being able to be happy ever since that moment. Her whole entire life, she got all of the accoutrements from having money and being a prisoner all at the same time. She was better off staying with Al. That was her husband. She should have stuck with her husband. Yeah, said it wasn't worth it in the end. No, it wasn't. It absolutely wasn't. And, she tried to get rid of that man. She couldn't get rid of that man. And unfortunately, look at where we are now. But let me tap into the other sons before I forget, to see what's to come to them, because they're the ones that's been named in their father's cases and charges that are similar to his, could possibly be on the way. Said, Angel, that was a quick confirmation. You just read about that. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay, show me the energy around King Combs and Justin. What is to come for King Combs and Justin? So we got 7 of Cups and 5 of Swords. They're considering their options. There's a lot of arguing, a lot of harsh communication. Y'all, anytime you see the 7 of Swords, there's a lot being hidden, a lot of sneaky energy. They over there with their fingers crossed. Hey, ain't no sense in trying to pray now. We got the Page of Cups here that represents the card of apology. But the 7 of Wands is like you're coming off defensive. So, y'all, they're still trying to, look at this, the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. They're still trying to defend their father, but secretly y'all praying, y'all sorry, y'all trying to figure out what y'all can do. They're trying to, be real under the radar. You can't play in God's face like this. You can't get behind the scenes, oh God, please, heaven help me, and then get out here and defend a tyrant like this. Said Christian better bring his mom a book to save his life. Baby, she can't help him. She can't do nothing for him. So once again, you know, people worried about money now that he's walked away. 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Everybody's money has tremendously slowed down. It's like whatever they have on them now is what has to last. It has to, whoo, Lord. This is that type of tight where if you got $20 from one check day to the next, and that's all you got to make it to and from work, this is what this feels like. Said Diddy's house probably looks like that altar of the Catholic Church with all the candles he's burning, trying to change the energy. Well, he didn't even go home to his house, honey. They came and apprehended him from the hotel. So if there is an altar, it won't be up for long because once the feds and Homeland Security decide to make a move, they're going to seize all properties and they become property of the United States of America. And at that point, I hope and I pray that they were smart enough to have some property in their own name that is not attached to any income that they got from their father, because if it's attached to their father, it's going to be considered purchase with illegal tender, and that's gone too. No, they're not living like us regular people, not at all. It's even worse because regular people can go and get a job, go work DoorDash, go work for Amazon. Could you imagine ordering something from DoorDash and one of them pull up? You'll be like, I know this is a lie. Is Ashton Kutcher in the car too? Speaking of Ashton Kutcher, don't be surprised when you see him on the stand. The Fool, okay? So one of them, and I get the feeling that it's going to be the same dumbass that it always is. Christian is possibly going to want to take a leap of faith to come forward and talk about the situation, okay? Somebody please duct tape him. Don't let him say not near another damn word. We didn't need that song that he came out with, because at this point, who all is he gonna slap for saying no Diddy? You don't have enough hands. You just don't. You didn't have them in the first place. You say I wouldn't want the food anymore. not pink crack might be in it. Oh no. Oh. Good point. So 8 of Cups, you know, this is like everybody is separating themselves and moving away from them right now, okay? And due to whatever is going on with their father leaving them behind, y'all, somebody cue these last $2, okay? I'm not going to lose. Give me one for the jukebox. What do you say? Give me one for the bus fare, the other one for the jukebox, so I can hear these down home blues. This is where they're literally lining up to be, okay? So I just wonder how many of the celebrities have changed their numbers today. Numbers for the celebrities and their publicists. Ooh. But here's the thing. If you've been called to come in and speak in court and you change your number, these folks will come to your house. So I would suggest they don't change anything if they are on the list to come forward and speak. This ain't the time for that. Yeah, King of Swords. So he has a lawyer that's advising him to just, hey, listen, you need to just go ahead and move on from this toxic situation. Try to leave this behind. Don't address anything. Don't speak. But y'all, this boy head is about as thick as a cinder block. He really is dense. Do not be surprised if he feel like he need to set the record straight and stand up for his dad and stand up for his family's honor. I get exhausted just thinking about how stupid he is. I really do. He's very privileged and entitled, and I have to remember that because he wasn't raised in a regular household. And when I mean a regular household, it's not just about them having money. Everything about the way they were raised is a jaded outlook. I said, no one wants to get that call. You have a call from an inmate at a federal prison. Whoo! Well, see, listen, they not about to let him call nobody right now. He can't call nobody right now. And you already know, you get that call, it's, oh, no. Hang up real quick. Well, do not accept. Yeah, Knight of Cups. So, y'all, they're being advised that when the time comes, they may want to take an offer because the Knight of Cups represents a possible plea when you're talking about legal situations. Oh, baby. So they're saying Stevie J snitched. If he did, I hope he stole some of that stuff out the house so he can sell it to survive, because you know he won't make another hit. Yeah, Page of Wands. We're looking at, you know, he this boy a little delusional. And I gotta say, boy, I know he's grown, but his mindset is very juvenile. He's thinking of all types of new ways that he can be the one to save the family and, you know, make the new 10 of Pentacles for the family. But he's not business minded. Everybody knows he's not tough, and he's not, well, shit, his daddy was marginally talented, so they got that in common. But he doesn't have the backing and, you know, the support his father had from certain people that are above. So this is not going to work. His father was aligned with the right people, and that's what made the difference. Three of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, he got some pie in the sky dreams about how he's going to be the one to be, you know, bringing in the opportunities to save the family, and the money is going to roll in. But it's looking like they're going to tie him to some things when it comes to travel as well. And now I see why they offering this plea over here. You said somebody check on TD Jakes. There's no need to check on him. He's been swallowed up, remember? Yeah, so he wants to go from the Knight of Coins to this 10 of Coins. And he may possibly know about, you know, money that is hid somewhere, but he's so damn dense. I told y'all, head like a cinder block. He forgets that they're still being watched. You know, notice Quincy understood that they're being watched. He understood that certain things are going on. So he knows that he can't move a certain way, but no, not this one. This one just, oh, okay, I'm going to lay low for a second and I'm going to get over here and I'm going to go get this secret money. And they going to go and grab you as soon as you pick up $10 off the sidewalk. Yeah. And I told you, the leap of faith, the fool, and that boy is a fool, to the Wheel of Fortune. And look what's about to happen. Four of Wands. Everything being laid to rest. Remember, I said everybody's going to separate from him because nobody wants to be attached to this whole, you know, Combs family dynasty / debacle, okay? And the independent woman falling under the 8 of Cups. That's literally you're out here on your own. Yeah. So once these lawyers get involved, these legal officials, I want you to look at how serious this person's face is. You look at this person's face. These officials are not playing with him. And remember, he's the one that caught himself insulting the feds, making that damn horrible ass diss track he made with Stevie J. They're going to bring everything to arrest, including whatever he might try to do to make money. You said, and he's trapped in that card too. Right. Said Quincy and the twins behave differently from Christian. He doesn't act like Kim is his mom. Well, see, I'm tapping into the energy around, and that's funny because I haven't even got to Justin yet. I'm glad that you mentioned that. I haven't even got to Justin yet. This is all Christian's energy. He's so haughty. He really is his daddy's child, but he has his father's energy, but his IQ is lower, if that makes sense. He really is. It's like arrested development. He thinks like a young boy, like a 15-year-old. He does not function as a grown man. Life is going to come at him really, really hard and fast. And look at this. When they offer him, a possible plea, it's finally going to become real to him. Shame, humiliation, heartbreak. Because now he realizes, oh shit, this is real. We can't get out of this. My daddy can't fix this. There are no friends to come to the rescue. Yeah, Angel Babe, you said a mouthful. It's like he has to really have his feet to the fire for him to understand that this is real. This is not a joke. Daddy's money can't get you out of this. Speaking of daddy's money is tied up. Think about the shame and humiliation if you got to take your jewelry and take the jewelry to go pawn it to get some extra money, and then the jeweler or TMZ or somebody finds out that you're trying to hawk things from the house to survive, and you find out that trying to sell some of this jewelry, especially the jewelry nowadays, because most of it is moissanite, you're not going to get much money for it. Especially when you got so many lab created gems. Like, they need to be at the house taking all of their father's jewelry and anything of value right now, and not selling the jewelry whole, but busting those diamonds down individually and selling them individually. Because if they try to sell whole pieces, they're going to rob them. But see, that's if they're smart enough to know something like that. Said TMZ just reported that the twins are now in California under the care of Kim's friend. So imagine how they felt today when they swiped the card and it declined. It probably started declining late last night. They just had to wait until they picked him up. Yeah. Yeah, everything is up in the air. They're juggling over here at the Palace of Coins, which is, the house that was opulent. So this row starts off the Knight of Coins to the Ten of Coins to the Two of Coins. So it's like, okay, You know, money might have slowed down, but we about to boss up and get this money back. And then it's like, damn, Two of Pentacles, we're juggling. How did this happen? Look at this. Two of Cups in reverse. Y'all, the Star and Two of Cups in reverse. So even like Kim Porter is screaming in this reading, because here she is at the bottom of the deck again. Remember that Queen of Cups that keeps showing up? This is her. And she's making sure that there's no rest for the wicked, no rest for the weary. Okay? So she's making sure, I'm going to put these back in here and shuffle again because the cards hit the floor. But she's making sure that Puffy feels the heat for this. Here's the Palace of Coins. We're looking at all the parties. Remember, Three of Cups represents, you know, party and, you know, being able to be out and to be sociable. Also, the gossip around what's happening at the parties here at the house. And here's that Star again, y'all. I got to cover up her biddies for YouTube. Remember, look, that Two of Cups that flew out in reverse, it's back again at the bottom of the deck. So, yeah. There's going to be a lot to happen with them between now and, I want to say February, because that's Aquarius season. Yeah. They're not going to be able to travel. Two of Swords to the Six of Swords. Turn in your passport. They're on travel restrictions. The sons are not going to be allowed to leave the country right now, at least not these two, because their names have been implicated in their father's shenanigans. Said, Angel, can you tap into the energy of the youngest baby's mother? Okay, I had to make sure I finished that one because I was about to say I don't do babies. I can tap into the baby mom because she's definitely about to be pulled into this, because Miss Cybersecurity, anything that you may have altered to help him is a crime. Yep. And see, remember the Lovers, Two of Cups. So, you know, this person that Puffy considered like his soulmate, his lover, she's coming back for his head. Spiritually, Kim is on his ass like back pockets. So let me see if I can pull the energy around Justin, because I'm tired of Christian. Christian get on my damn nerves. This is like the little boy who wants to wear his father's suit and he's just not big enough to fill it out. I'm going to change the deck to see if I can get Justin's energy alone. I guess we see which one out the brothers talk to damn much, because he literally took over. Said, what is his mother's energy looking like? I know Janice is not happy. Honey, I could care less about how Janice feels, because Janice is a wicked woman. And I'm not going to say an allegedly. All I can tell you is where you think he learned a lot of what he learned from. Who y'all think had the first white nails? Let me see if I can get Justin by himself since I had to put Motor Mouth away. I told y'all the FBI profilers, the way that they're going to tap into him and his mother's relationship, do not be surprised. They're going to do some psychoanalysis on them that is going to have you shivering like, oh my God. If you ever watch Criminal Minds and you see how they break down profiles, get ready. Justin. What's the energy around Justin? Okay, Justin came out to Seven of Swords sideways. So Justin is, you know, he's trying to move in a covert way, trying to be sneaky, because as you can see, you see these bars? He wants to avoid being locked up, and he knows that people are watching. He just doesn't know how to move. Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Oh, everybody's sorry now. Yeah, Nine of Cups. So it's like it was a wish fulfillment. Everything was good while you were out here in this Knight of Wands energy. So that's letting me know he actively took part in certain things. Things that his mother has no idea about, but she's about to find out and be heartbroken when they get to talking about things that he's been in. Let me see what y'all talking about. Said the more I think about it, the more I think Kendrick was talking about Diddy and not Drake. Oh, no, no, no. He's still talking about him, but he's exposing not just one, he's exposing multiple people. So yeah. You're on to something for sure though. Said, I just don't understand why Puff included his people, didn't start stashing and packing bags and clothes to take to friends' houses. According to his dumbass son, they did move a lot of stuff to one of the neighbors' houses that they ended up acquiring. But see, when Homeland Security gets involved, if you're not out of the country in a place where you can't already be extradited, it doesn't matter. Said, I know Janice is no good snake. She's a no good snake. Just ask his father. Oops, can't do that because he's not there. Ain't that right, Janice? Ooh, avid chatter. You just said a mouthful. Yeah, Two of Cups, King of Swords. So, y'all, this King of Swords keeps popping up, and that's law enforcement. And they're going to be looking into relationship situations with both of these sons, things that have been rumored to have happened between them and people that they've been dealing with. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Remember I told y'all everybody worried about the money. They're over there arguing about money. Look at this. Tower for the family. Here's the family. The Ten of Cups. The tower. The house is burning down. And as you can see, can't repair that. That looks like that's gutted out. Yeah, I said he really thought he was invincible. And then to use your children and family as collateral damage. How evil. But see, that's the sad part. The boys didn't even realize they were collateral damage, but they should have known it when he got to that airport and left them to sit at that house when they came to raid the home. I would have been done with them then. You're at the airport and we're at the house. Oh, okay, enough said. So we got the Chariot and the Star. So he's trying to keep the faith and keep hope on how this situation is going to move forward. But he's definitely apologetic. He doesn't know, what to do or how to feel right now. at least his energy is not as haughty and obnoxious as Christian, because Christian, ooh, yeah, he's definitely apologetic over this Four of Cups, this unrequited offer. Said right and left and them in them houses with the D-rugs and now pow pows. Yeah. Knight of Wands, Nine of Swords. Ooh, okay. So remember I'm saying he's been apologetic and they're going to look into a Two of Cups situation, somebody that he was supposed to be in a relationship with, females that he's been dealing with. So not just his brother Christian possibly allegedly being inappropriate with females, but look at this, Knight of Wands, Mr. Here for the short time, you know, out before the morning. There's something that he's worried about coming out while he was in his Knight of Wands energy. He's very, very worried about things that they're going to find out attached to him in sexual energy and how he dealt with women. Yeah, Ace of Wands and the Hierophant. This is going to be a very aggressive investigation. Whoo, baby. So we've got the Page of Wands. You know, all of them are trying to find new ways to go about things and things to do, how they're going to move forward, because they know they got to still find a way to make money. But you know, this Knight of Cups under this Two of Cups, he may even try to come forward with a new relationship or try to move with a girlfriend until he can figure this out. Queen of Cups and the Hangman. Yeah, it's like Four of Swords. Once again, everything is going to separate from him. People are going to be like, nah, not so fast. I don't think I want this commitment. If he tries to jump up and hurry up and get engaged or get married to somebody, it's definitely not going to work. Four of Wands. Y'all, this man, I almost said boy, because he's an adult. This man is so scared, y'all. He's thinking about hurry up trying to get married to somebody. This could possibly be so that the other person can't testify against him, allegedly. You know that this person has some very important information and he may want to marry her to keep her from being able to testify against him. Y'all, this is getting interesting. Said he's dating somebody that has a clothing line brand. Oh, her store is in LA. Thank you for letting me know that. Because I see that he's heavily going to lean on this relationship with her. He's going to try to offer her a solid commitment, but it's like her spidey senses is tingling, and that's going to be a hangman for him because he's like, look, we can move on. We can get married. We can go from here. I'm sorry about, you know, cheating and being out here in the street, that type of energy. But it's a smoke screen because he knows some information is going to come out. And when this information hits the fan, it's definitely going to affect this relationship. And he needs to keep, he does, I see that he cares about her, but he needs to also keep her close and keep her quiet. He said he'll be dumb to think the feds won't slap charges on that person, married or not. Well, charges are one thing, but they usually can't make husband and wife testify against each other. But I think they're missing the bigger picture here. Homeland Security is involved, and they supersede the feds. Hey, Angel B said camel is next. Him and a few others. Yeah, you say I keep forgetting that Jay is 30. It's kind of hard to remember how old he is because he has such a baby face, and we've been used to seeing him so long. We watched him grow up, but he definitely is an adult. So 8 of Pentacles, you know, he wants to focus on work, but it's like this is also affecting work because of law enforcement, and there's things that are going to be coming out about his mother soon. Well, things that will come out. I want to say things that will come out that his mother will see soon, put it that way. But also things about his mother and things that happened to her as well. So this is about to be messy. So you see the Fool, right? Remember I told y'all they're on travel restrictions. You see this person running through the airport and they missed the flight? Like, they're making sure that none of them can travel right now. Ace of Cups, 8 of Wands. So it's unfortunate because it's like through all this foolishness, all this stuff you got caught up in with your father, all this stuff you had no business doing that your father introduced you to, you actually are with the person that you love and care about. But I mean, how far can this go once all this information starts coming out? Said, yeah, in this case, the feds will charge you if you think that you have a pertinent info and not telling them right. Said, I always wondered why his mom never did more to keep him away. She's been speaking out for years. People were afraid to be poor. Said, reports say that Janice and the twins have surrendered their passports. Thank you for the update, Cass, because I definitely see that they're all on travel restrictions. Nobody's allowed to go anywhere right now. Said, oh, Justin, you're going to find out how your mama used to be on the, avid chatter. I just knew you. I knew it. I knew it was coming. How your mama used to be on the booger sugar and was a part of the first free cost. It's a lot that's about to come out that's going to be real messed up. Said even the 1-year-old baby, LOL, on restriction. Listen, anybody that is in this bloodline can't go anywhere. I don't even want to say that I ever listened to Puffy. They might come and make sure they take gas money from me. Like, anybody that's affiliated with him right now, you are not allowed to go anywhere. So, Queen of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Y'all, I see her eventually, walking away from him, severing ties, because the situation is just too tumultuous, it's too toxic for her. And it's going to happen swiftly because she's got to think about everything that she's invested in. 6 of Swords. Yeah, this is too much of a burden. She's going to have to move forward because it's very unfortunate. It's like star-crossed lovers, excuse me. He does love her. He does see himself marrying her and wanting to be with her. But everything is up in smoke because of your pappy. Even though you look like Wolf. You said Miss Angel. Let's see. Santana and Young Miami would be leaked. Honey, they last hurrah is coming anyway. Said waiting on the new tell-all book. I didn't leave the party early. Lord. Said no alleged either. You know, I'm from Harlem, so I know all three of them was doing puff at the same time. Misa, Sarah, and Kim. They were all friends doing that booger sugar in perks. Lord have mercy. Now, I do remember that Misa was with him first. Kim came and slid up under Misa. I didn't know how Sarah got in the mix, but that's just wild. I don't want to be that close to my friends. No, thank you. Said, what about Christian's girlfriend? What's her deal? That's the one that I was just reading on, sweetie. He actually does love her, but she's gonna have to leave him behind because this is too much. She's, this is like the Titanic, and I don't blame her. Said they even took the baby's passport. Listen, y'all, I told y'all I saw flight restrictions. Angel said J-Lo is on the FO tapes. Honey, everybody but us is on the FO tapes. I pulled on that energy when I was doing the Ben sending Jenny back to the block reading. And pretty much it feels like Ben got some of the same information that 50 got with Daphne Joy. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Y'all got to remember, Jenny slid in while Kim was like, what, 8, 9 months pregnant with the twins. And they got caught, freaking off on the beach in the sand somewhere. Would you say free Ben? Hashtag free Ben. Said Sarah actually Kim friend and got pregnant from, oh, wow. From an FO. That's why Kim wasn't mad with her. Lord, okay, we're going to say allegedly, but either way, that's, no, that's too many germs and too many energies and just, no. If you can get that high up to go to parties and meet other wealthy men, I'm pretty sure you could slob on somebody else's knob. Y'all don't all have to do that. That's, no, thank you. No, thank you. Let me, Nope, I'll pass. Says Sarah was Tupac's ex-girlfriend. Oh, Lord, that puts an extra spin in this. Thank you for that, Cass, because if you think about, Foxy was out in Vegas with Zip the night that Tupac got pow-powed, and she used to be with Jay, but she was actually engaged to Corrupt, which means she was out there around Pac and Death Row. And now this, look at how many females they had around Pac that could have possibly been reporting his information back. Said, child, Claudia Jordan knows about them freak-offs too. Lord. Listen, yeah, I don't put nothing past nothing. The industry is very small. Regular life is 6 degrees of separation. The industry is more like 2 to 3. Said Christian's girlfriend comes off dizzy as well. Can you pull on her? What's her deal? If she's with Christian, that's all we need to know, because Christian ain't that damn smart. And that ain't even a dig. That's just what it is. Just pulling on his energy agitated my whole rest of my evening. So I can't imagine her sitting there and listening to him talk on purpose. That's a job. She got to get paid for that. Lord. Hey, Justice for Us. I couldn't do it. Yes, the honey pot. Come on now. We've been talking about the honey pots for a couple of lives now. Y'all see what I mean about these honey pot setups. And see, this is why men have to be very careful, especially if you're in the street or you got a certain amount of money. You got to be very careful about the women you deal with. If a woman just seems to pop up and she too damn easy and she ready to get it in and get it popping, you got to start asking some questions. Where did she come from? Who sent her? How many of your ops do she know? Is she cool with the ops family? Did she ever date the ops? You need to start asking some questions. Up, that's them going to take the rest of the family passports, y'all. You said, no wonder Nikki has been so bold as of late. She knows the industry is going down. Yeah. You said, Miss Angel, you cracking me up. Hey, I'm just saying. Listen, when I was younger, that was a regular thing that, and anybody who's from where I'm from, yes, a Money Maya situation, say it. Anybody that's from where I'm from, if you grew up in Detroit in the 80s and 90s, okay, it was no big deal for someone to pay you to go and date somebody so that you can bring them back information, okay? Honeypots were everywhere back then. The dope boys literally would pay you to go date they op and to come back and tell them what's going on with them, especially if they were your homeboy. But it's dangerous because if you get caught up, you can end up found in the trunk with your head detached. But it's an old school trick. Said finally Heavy D, Black Rob, Craig Mack, Biggie, and Tupac can get some spiritual retribution. Possibly Big L. Let's not forget him too. Because they did, hey, the camel has definitely ripped off Big L and Biggie's flows. Hell, he even got Biggie's jewelry and was, you know, pulling energy through his jewelry. I'll say allegedly, but he does have his jewelry. So go figure. So let's tap into baby mama number 36. Baby loves mama. All righty. Anybody knows baby love mom name? Anybody know her name? It might be irrelevant. Who knows? Okay, Dana Tran. Thank you. Dana Tran, baby mama number 36. Tap me into the energy around Dana Tran. Thank y'all. Baby Love is the last baby that he had when he made the Love album. Remember, everything was the love of the love of the love. And that's when he messed up his whole life and got that tattoo of Ezerly Dantor on his back because she represents love and protection. He just didn't research the rest of the stuff she represented. Yes, say it, Equinox Gray. And all of those spirits want their energy back. And because we're in the age of Aquarius, they get their energy back plus a cherry on top. Dana Tran, number 36. Dana Tran, number 36. Show me the energy around Dana Tran. Okay, so, ooh, we gonna see her somewhere getting talked to, y'all. Because look at this. You've got the Knight of Swords, which represents the messenger or somebody coming in with a message in secret, okay? Now, we remember that she works in, you know, she works in like computers and securities and things like that. So what is the secret around her in these messages? Oh, so towards the end, before all of this happened with him having to turn himself in, y'all, I don't know her sign, but it looks like, yes, cybersecurity. That's exactly what she works in. It looks like her and him were at odds because this is him, the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Here's her, the Queen of Swords. So they were at odds after these messages came in. Why were they at odds? Okay. Oh, because look at this. You see this woman standing here with this Seven of Swords card, holding a sword behind her back. Whoo, baby. She got her hands caught in the cookie jar, allegedly, y'all. You say you believe she's a Cancer? Thank you. Yeah, she got her hands caught in the cookie jar because swords represent messages and communication. So she was trying to help hide messages, allegedly. You're trying to help him hide some data. Queen of Pentacles. Did they get married? Because this is a card of like stability, marriage. Says she's a Cancer, June 26. Says she's going down too, with a shame. Yeah. Are they common law or did they get married? Does anyone know? Okay, so because this looks like somebody who tried to marry for money. Okay, so if they did allegedly in Hawaii, that's what I heard, but I never seen any facts. So it looks like they may have possibly gotten married or they're living a married lifestyle. He could have been trying to also use her to hide wealth. Yeah, because he never stopped dealing with these multiple women. You got the Two of Cups here, and then you got these Seven of Cups. So it's like, okay, you're going to be my soulmate. You'll be wifey, but I still got all these pieces on the side. Okay, so yes, marriage is the rumor. Because this is looking like he married her, but he still kept this public persona of being a playboy, keeping his options open. Yeah, you said Diddy could have kept his children away from what he was doing. I don't like parents like him. Most parents that get caught up in wild stuff, their children are surprised that they're this far down in the trenches. They usually don't bring their children into all of this, especially not young. Six of Cups. Okay, so what is this coming from the past? So he's got some more information that's going to come out attached to him and the mother of his children or mothers of his children from the past. So young Miami separated herself after the marriage rumors. Yeah, because this is saying that they possibly got married. Because Queen of Pentacles is definitely a wife card. But he married her, but he kept all these other options, though. Hold on, let me plug up my phone. There we go. King of Swords. So I do remember her and her husband being at odds when she got pregnant. So Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Yeah. This woman is now regretting leaving her husband for Puffy and getting herself in all of this mess. Said his lawyers are not even smart at all. They never prepared them for the worst. These are some very haughty people. I don't think they cared about being prepared for the worst. You know, when people have God complexes, you can't tell them nothing. Yeah, what an entanglement we weave, right? What is this? Yeah. things are about to get exposed between them and their Two of Cups situation. Messages are about to come out that's going to expose them pretty soon. They argued a lot over his actions. Married or not, these two did not get along. She ended up regretting this, but it's like, what can I do? You say, hello from India. I have a question. Oh, baby, I'm not answering those kind of questions right now. You said I left, almost immediately felt a sharp electricity in my gut. I don't know what type of crystals you touch, but I suggest that you pray and take a salt bath. So, yeah, remember I said that she may have allegedly helped him to hide some finances? You got the Wheel of Fortune under the Seven of Swords. So, oh yeah, six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. We're gonna have to say allegedly, but she helped him to move around some large amounts of money. Knight of Cups, Six of Swords. So she decided to take this offer. Oh, she's going to take an offer. She's thinking about taking an offer, everybody. She could be taking a plea very swiftly. I mean, she got to be out here to raise the baby. Everybody can't be locked up. So, you know, it's like she realizes that she literally danced with the devil. She got herself caught up in a lot of toxicity. Literally chasing the bag and being excited over clout, and you stepped right into the devil's lair. Two of Wands. So she's thinking over her decisions from the past, and now it's like she's being ostracized. She's out in the cold. She's lost everything. Remember I told y'all, assets frozen, everybody's passports handed over. I hope she's not pregnant again. What is it with this Empress? So here it is. She's trying to still defend him too. I don't know why any of them are wasting their time trying to defend him. I would be as quiet as a church mouse right now. I would not lend my voice to lift every voice and sing in this situation. This would not get my public attention, because there's no way that you can help him. And if you have a baby, you got to focus on doing whatever you got to do for the baby at this point, because he can't help you. You can't help him. Somebody's got to raise the baby. So, yeah. Yeah, so she's just trying to hold it together and stay strong and move on. But she's definitely in talks with, it looks like she's in talk with some very high up officials, because I mean, her whole life crumbling, everybody's life is crumbling really fast right now. Okay, let's get you out of here. There you go. Yeah, Eight of Cups. She has no choice. She not only has to walk away from this situation, but she's got to walk away from, you know, whatever income that she was promised from this situation. All the money is tied up. Everything is gone. So she's in two minds about what she should do, how she should move forward. Oh yeah, she's worried, y'all. Nine of Swords. She's not getting any sleep because, like I said, it looks as if, we got to say allegedly here, it looks as if she helped him to hide and move a lot of money, okay? A lot of money. Offshore accounts, all this type of stuff. And she cannot access this money. Nobody can touch anything right now because it's going to activate all types of other investigations. This is bad. Yep. She's scared of going to jail. There it is. High anxiety, afraid to go to prison. But look, this was her wish fulfillment. Everything she thought that she ever wanted. Baby, won't the devil get you caught up every time? He'll give you whatever you thought you wanted just for you to find out it was a trap. Yes, that over the ocean kind of money. Absolutely. Definitely sounds like offshore accounts to me. Said, will Lauren London's connection to Diddy come to light? Baby, everybody's connection to Diddy is coming to light. They got his phone records all the way back to 2008. Emails, all of this. If you literally shook his hand on Thursday, June the 15th in 1986, and they got a picture of it outside the school, you will come up in the investigation that they're doing with him, okay? Because they have multiple cases simultaneously that they're building on him that spanned across decades. Now, I want y'all to understand that the laundering is going to be very important because it's alleged that he may have cleaned some very, very large, hefty amounts of money for some syndicates. And one of those allegations was for BMF to the tune of $500 million back in the 90s. If they can connect the dots to that, that means that that was during the inception of Bad Boy being created. And if they can tie that together and find that to be true, that means everything he ever earned in his whole entire career belongs to the United States government because it was all started with illegal tender. So just keep that in mind. Remember, you know, I told y'all that. Keep that under your hat. That one case alone, if that comes to fruition and they find that to be true, everything that we're talking about right now doesn't even matter because that one in itself will take everything he's ever earned, and then that turns into, a major Trojan horse because you got to think about everybody that he's done business with, everybody that he spent money on to do features, and everything he's ever purchased since the mid-90s. All illegal tender. And that's just one case. So if they can tie that together, just that one alone, it's a wrap. Four of Wands. Now, Four of Wands represents, yeah, engagement and marriage, and this was what it was for. He brought her in the fold, made her the bottom bitch, okay? So that she can help him secure and move money, allegedly. So if I was her, I'd be nervous too. Said, OMG, this will be the best show on Stars since Power. 50 got a hit. Listen, what I tell you, no lies were told in that statement whatsoever. I'm telling you, Nancy Grace, I literally just told somebody this morning, they're going to mess around and make Nancy Grace an EGOT winner. She gonna mess around and get a Tony, an Oscar, hell, a Grammy, everything they got. Nancy Grace is gonna win it this year. Yeah, I just want to see if this reading that I did finally uploaded. Give me a second. Thank you for your patience. Okay, still pending. So just to let y'all know, this is the reading. Okay, so everybody that's following the Tory Lanez case, this is a reading on the AG of California, Rob Bonta, and it should be ready in a few minutes. Hopefully, it'll be up tonight. What will happen to the artist masters? That's a great question, because if they can prove that all of that work was sponsored by illegal tender, the artist masters could become property of the United States of America, and they might be able to buy their masters back from the United States government, or maybe the United States government, if they're willing to, cooperate, can give them their masters back as a part of cooperation. So listen, this is going to be the first time we ever seen anything like this. This is about to be epic. And just think, funny that you mentioned, Stars and 50. 50's already doing the BMF show. So think about how he can tie all of this together when he's already producing and directing BMF, the TV series. And Meech is supposed to be home next year. She said, should their masters won't be worth 2 cents now? Well, they will be when you think about the replay value now that he's going down. You got to think about how, nosy and morbid some people can be. It can make everybody want to replay that music. But if I was them, what I would do is, if I have writing credits on that music, I would re-record all of the music and re-release it like Taylor Swift did with Scooter Braun, and put it out that way. But yeah, they could go on tour. They could actually have the right to perform their music. That music could be used for scores in movies. It's more than just streaming. You said re-recording would be good, so that would be smart. This is a conundrum, baby. This is going to be very interesting. Yeah. So secrets could come out about, physical altercations. What is it with him and putting his hands on all these women? What'd I tell you? The Wounded Warrior, 9 of Wands, 5 of Wands. Oh, wow, this is messed up. So you got the Empress here, the 7 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands. She possibly had to defend herself from alleged attacks while she was pregnant, allegedly. Will Diddy old bodyguard Gene Deal be called to testify against him? Well, baby, that's a no-brainer. He's been testifying for damn near 10 years on social media, so he's definitely going to be on that stand. So even Biggie's mother is going to have her son's masters back. Yeah. Ace of Cups, Queen of Wands. Whew, Lord. Y'all, this is why you got to have a line in the sand. There's certain stuff that you got to just decide that you're not willing to do for any amount of money on the face of the earth. Because look at how the devil set this up. She just knew she was winning. I'm going to be in a life of opulence. I'm going to have this. I'm going to have that. I'm going to be stunting on these hoes. And now you got to go out here and rob Peter to pay Paul. Because everything you helped him to do, you can't even touch. And you got to hope you don't have a case for helping him play, 3-card Monty with the bank accounts. Ain't nothing wrong with an honest day's work, not having to look over your shoulder. I promise you. Oh, no. See, this puts her before Young Miami because when you work in cybersecurity, there's no telling what all she had access to and what all she helped him to move around and hide. Now, the Madam Matusi, who just happened to possibly fly around in these damn planes, helping him to transport the strawberry Coca-Cola. Oh, they're gonna, they're gonna pull up on her and talk to her too. She probably gotta be there, if not by the end of the week, before it gets a little chill in the air. She's gonna have to go and sit before somebody. And if she likes being free and being with her children, she's gonna have to cooperate. Definitely gonna have to cooperate. And pay attention to her. Y'all look at, these lives that she's been trying to do on TikTok and trying to be more personable. That girl has been miserable in the face for the last 4 or 5 months. Have y'all paid attention to her? The interviews with her and what's his name? Saucy Santana. She's been looking miserable. She looked like she's been applying her own wigs. Life ain't been the same. So they probably put a mean on Nikki and she was hip to the BS. She said that he was abusive and all of that. Yeah, that Rick Ross interview, hey, you saw that winking and blinking she was doing. She was trying to get picked up by a new zaddy. Said shopping at Shein. So that's definitely Diddy's energy and Meek's ear. Y'all, this is going to be one of the biggest takedowns y'all ever seen. I guarantee you. Said based on her profile pic, she got a pixie cut hair. Who got a pixie cut? Said the views are low on Carisha, please. Well, here's the thing. The views could have been low this whole time. She just had, her sugar daddy to help boost that show. Oh, you said Young Miami got a pixie cut. That girl looks so sad. She looks so sad. She's looked like she's just been exhausted, literally, for like the last few months. Just over it, mad at life. She tried to go back to, her other baby daddy. He sent her ass back. Yeah, did y'all see that footage of her and Saucy Santana poolside and they had to tell people who the hell they were? Yeah, I was so outdone. Said Rick Ross and Diddy used to be cool, but Ross out of nowhere a while ago stopped dealing with him. I think he knew something was up and he got the hell on. Y'all got to remember what Rick Ross used to do. You know, he lied about being a corrections officer for a very long time. So I would not be surprised if he gets information, okay, and somebody told him to fall back. I would not be surprised. Y'all funny. Talking about some not telling people you're Carisha, please. Hold on. Said people used to make fun. Well, it was never that Nikki wasn't invited to those parties. Nikki chose not to go. Yeah, it was never that she wasn't invited. She chose not to go. She chose, and that was smart of her because it kept her out of a lot of trouble. Said, I feel like Young Miami is going to take a plea deal. I just don't see her going to jail. She wants to protect Diddy, but I think the time they say, that, yeah, she's scared and what she's going to do, she's going to talk. Well, I mean, here's the thing. She can't protect Diddy. She's got to do what she has to do to be out here for her children. One of the fathers of her children is no longer here. The other one, you know, you don't know if he's going to take both of the children. And then, you know, the children are accustomed to a certain lifestyle. Carisha Please ain't pleasing. Her music is not doing what it used to do. And that second album for the City Girls already didn't do much of nothing anyway. So, you know, she tried to act. That didn't work. She had the worst crying scene I've ever seen in my life on BMF. I never thought that I would see somebody look like a cactus trying to cry. So, you know, it's like, what is she going to do? She played her cards wrong. Said JT left her ass in the water. I mean, JT did what she was supposed to do. Said, yes, she says she's not into the industry parties, agendas, and gimmicks, and one of her songs. That's, like I said, that's one of the smartest things Nikki could have ever done. Because that you get caught up in weird stuff, you go to all those parties. Said she ran to JT's concert trying to look like she supports her. She wants that whole thing back. Baby, she was at that concert looking like it was a funeral procession. You said you stopped watching BMF after that. Damn. Her crying was so bad it stopped you from watching the whole series. See, I told y'all she was a terrible actress. So she better go in that courtroom and tell the truth. We know she don't have the chops to, to uphold a lie. Lord have mercy. Yeah, I don't know what she's going to do after this music switches up because, y'all, like I said, she chose wrong. Said even Joe Budden said the Young Miami label shelved her ass and her music. I mean, they know it's not going to sell. It didn't sell with the City Girls together. Said it pissed me off so bad. Listen, Lil Meech is not the best actor, but he getting better, right? He getting better every season. Her acting was so terrible that he just couldn't help her not one bit. Like, y'all, if y'all didn't see Carisha's episode of BMF, I see why she didn't do more than one episode. I don't know how they got her through the first one. Oh my God, her acting was on life support. It was horrible. Not Carisha Please doing just as bad as Amanda Please. Ooh, geez. Y'all, y'all play too much. You mean to tell me and Carisha damn near got the same numbers? Yeah, that scene was ridiculous. It was horrible. And I mean, she forced it and still couldn't do it. It just, I would have felt better watching a piece of tissue. They could have just left a Kleenex on the table and I would have known that somebody had an emotional moment because the Kleenex was pulled out of the box. Like, don't ever put her on TV again. It was terrible. Lord have mercy. What you mean not Angel? Damn, I'm serious. You must not have seen that crying scene. It was horrific. It was the worst cry. Listen, y'all know how y'all talked about Megan crying on what's her name? Gayle King show, and y'all talked about her crying with no tears. This was 1,000% worse. It really was. It was that much worse. Like, I literally could have sat there and watched a cactus. It was unbearable. It was so bad. Like, is this supposed to be sadness? Like, girl, I bet you can go back to her now and get that emotion up out of her. Well, see, I'm not going to get off all into these other questions with JT and Nikki. We're going to save that for tomorrow. Because really, she can't come back. Listen, I could have been asleep and did that scene better than what she did. When I woke up and heard all that construction outside my house at 5:30 in the morning, for those of y'all that saw that video, I sincerely cried better than she did. I really did. Y'all, I will go ahead and get up out of here, get in this live so I can get some rest. Because I still got to upload, I got to upload some content for the tarot class for membership tomorrow and get some more content out. I am going to do a tarot reading on Nikki and the Pink Friday 3 album. So expect that to come up this week as soon as I possibly can. Said, I wonder if they will call Jaguar to testify. Ooh. I'm going to make that my last tap in, and then I'm going to get out of here because that's a good one. Yeah. Thanks to Cash. Y'all got that one, and then I'm done. Hold on. And then once I finish this one, I am actually done. But tomorrow, yeah, we going to really get off into some things. Y'all, it's so many people in Hollywood right now that's in court. It just makes absolutely no sense. Looks like I got content for the whole week. Y'all let me know if y'all want a reading on Usher now that Diddy has been arrested. And I'll definitely do that one. I'm going to wait and see what y'all say in the chat. Okay, I see a couple yeses. Okay. Okay, I see yes. So that's gonna come up. I'm gonna get up and try to do that one in the morning. Hunter, I already, when I did the Justin reading before they had the baby, I did predict that he's gonna speak. He was worried about how it was going to affect his life, but since he's had that baby, it's given him purpose, and he wants to do whatever he can to protect his baby from things that he's had happen to him. So I do see him preparing to speak. Okay, let's see. Will Jaguar testify? Y'all, somebody's already contacted Jaguar. You got the King of Swords here and the Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands. They've already been in contact with her. And see, King of Swords is high-level law enforcement, lawyers, possible DA's office, DEA. Yeah, they want to talk to her about the messages that she's provided about the diddler, the King of Cups, the Scorpio. Two of Swords, Six of Swords, Eight of Cups. So this is, they want to know more about how she actually got exiled, why she left the industry, her being, pretty much separated and forced out of situations. Because Six of Swords is also somebody escaping a toxic situation to go to peace. So they want to know about why she was pushed out, who pushed her out. Okay, possible soulmate she was attached to in the past. What's with this soulmate she was attached to in the past? How does this tie into this? Oh, y'all, look at this. The Queen of Swords to the Death card. Something that she said about somebody that passed away actually is panning out. Somebody that she possibly worked with in the industry. Eight of Pentacles. They've also been digging into her, situations with legal troubles and strife. Oh, okay. They want to know about, what happened, because something happened to her money and it happened very swiftly. So something she said was very tangible and they want to talk to her about it because whatever she said was something that they have not released to the public, and she was spot on about this information. Come on, I need some nails, y'all. Yeah. This is the Hierophant. This is the highest court of the land that wants to speak to her about information she knows pertaining to work and the diddler and things that she has said. Ah! Y'all. Guess. Go down in the comment. Who else y'all think they want to talk to her about? I'm gonna wait to see what y'all type down here. Who else y'all think they want to talk to her about? The King of Wands, the fire sign, the Sagittarius. Law enforcement wants to talk to her about the Sagittarius. Y'all know who the fire sign is, the Sagittarius, that she had to escape from, the one that she had to walk away from and leave behind. The second one, Cass. The second one you just typed. The person who betrayed her, cost her the hangman, and also caused the hangman in her relationship, possibly her marriage. They asked me, will Jaguar possibly testify? I'm looking at somebody who wants to speak to her about both of these parties here. Some kind of sneaky, underhanded energy attached to someone who passed away. And they want to speak to her. Oh, Lord. Now, remember I said this is a travel card. This is also an indicator for me. Ships coming in, shipments, traffic. Okay? They want to talk to her about alleged trafficking situations that could have happened while she was working. Y'all, this is looking like she finally gets her lick back, because justice, the legal system, also karmic balance for someone that she loves. Oh my God. This is attached to her son. Remember, y'all, her first son passed away. You said this is why all the YouTubers that were supporting her against her now talking down on her, because they wanted info from her. She said he snuck in her bed. Y'all, this rabbit hole goes very deep. This has got to do with her first husband. This has got to do with her son. Yes, her first son was unalived. So you got the Page of Pentacles here that represents new business opportunities, okay, that she was supposed to have that were affected by this King of Cups. Yeah, this is, I almost don't even want to touch some of this because I don't want to get emotional. Jeez. They've been setting her up all this time through the men that she's been with. Mm, 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 mm. The devil in the past. So the devil literally falls under the Camel's card. Y'all, damn. Queen of Cups. Um, the hangman to her intuition was always love. She was always blinded by love. They used the men that she loved against her. Seven of Cups to the Seven of Swords and death. This is going in a very dark place. It's almost like they wanted to take her out through substance abuse. Let's see, allegedly the camel and Jack were sleeping together and she was pregnant by him also. I've heard that. Oh my God. Isaiah, look at this, the emperor. The emperor. And you got the king of queen of cups here. And at the bottom of the deck, the page of cups. Mother, father, baby. This wasn't just a roll around in the hay. There were feelings here. Deep feelings. The emperor. The card of the father. The star also represents Aquarius. Whoever sits down with her is about to get a wealth of information. And all these people who keep talking about she's crazy and she's this and she's that, I keep telling y'all, this woman is suffering from PTSD. I mean, a lot of people can't go through what she went through and come out as well as she did. This is a lot. Damn. I'm gonna tap out of this because this is getting heavy. Ooh. Prayers out to Jag, and I pray that she's able to heal from all of this stuff that's come against her. Because this, when I say against all odds, if against all odds was a person, she is it. It takes a lot to be strong, but to go through things like this and still be strong and not unalive yourself, that's nothing but God. That's nothing but God. You can't go through this type of stuff unless you got God and still be here. So that's going to be my last one for the night. That was way heavier than I expected it to be. Whew, I need to clean and cleanse the energy around my house. But I will tell you this. It warms my heart. It warms my heart to know that the camel is going to get that knock on the door soon. Definitely deserves it. Definitely deserves it. Yeah, Cass said, well, damn, Jaguar needs her own reading. I've done several readings on Jaguar. They were like over a year ago, possibly. And I saw that she wasn't lying, but, you know, I understand. I mean, if she decided to, you know, allegedly pop a pill and have a drink, I mean, all the stuff she faced, I get it. I understand, because this reality is way too deep. I would see why she want to escape a lot of what's going on around her. This is a lot. But God bless y'all. Many blessings to everyone here in this chat. And I will see y'all back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. for Allegedly Wednesdays, where hopefully it will be a lot lighter in the energy. Cass, don't apologize for this rabbit hole, because apparently it was necessary. It was necessary. Good night, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. And like I said, tomorrow I'm getting up so I can knock out some content for membership, especially for tarot class, because I got to continue the series on the 78 tarot cards. I'm going to get on that life after Diddy Usher reading. Well, I guess the good thing is I won't be running out of content. Goodness gracious. But many blessings to all of you and good night. I will see y'all tomorrow.